Hello, boys, girls, piggy slaves, and ladies, and welcome to Sunday Slave Update. I'm going to start this one a little bit differently. I'm going to talk about me, a profound evolution that's happened with me where I fully stepped into my goddess energy. And there was a comment that was left on my YouTube channel 4 months ago when I did my video about being a Pleiadian, twin flame, and a starseed. And the comment that was left, well, there were some really lovely comments, but there was this one particular comment that this person took a lot of time and effort to talk about what they felt when they saw that video. So I'm just going to read some extracts from this now. Goddess Foxx, I've been glued to the screen like never before in my life, watching and carefully listening to every word that came out of your sacred mouth. And with that holy voice that penetrated deep inside my inner being and soul. And they basically go on to say that what they're writing is something that is flowing through them. They're not even in control of what they're saying. They are just flowing naturally. I don't know if you've ever experienced this before, where you actually just start doing something and it doesn't feel like you anymore. And that's what's happened to me as I've stepped into my higher self and my goddess energy has flown into me and flown through me, is that sometimes I don't feel like Miss Foxx anymore. I feel like goddess Miss Foxx. So when some of this happens to you, if it's not happened to you yet, you have to allow it to happen to you. But sometimes this does happen to people who are that spiritually connected or spiritually aware, or just even aware of there is something more to life than what you see here in this 3D existence. So this is what this boy is saying. He's saying that everything that I've said he knows is pure truth, that he's always felt that there were energy waves within him, and that how I speak is very intense, and he's felt intense energy in his chest like while I was speaking, and he's never experienced anything like this before. Now, of course, when I've met boys before and I've met you in real life and I've had real time, of course, I see a very different reaction to you. I've seen you how you completely submit. I've seen you how you stumble over your words. You can't make sense of anything. That's because you fully understood my goddess energy, and you've understood that we have a connection in that moment. There's obviously certain things that you can pick up from me, certain things that you can feel from me through the camera. But when you meet me in real life, of course, you feel something completely different. This is where people talk about magnetism. And it's more than just charm. It's my particular aura that gets you really connected and really gets you drawn in to listen to every single thing that I have to say. And he goes on to say that he's always felt I was a superior being, a true goddess that walks amongst mere mortals. And now it all makes sense based on everything that I'm saying. You're not just a drop-dead gorgeous woman that won the ultimate genetic lottery. You are an incarnated goddess amongst human beings. And this is what I've always said to you all for a long time, but I didn't really see it. I didn't quite understand it. I knew, but now I know. There's a difference. Now I know for sure. I've been shown, and it has been proven time and time again with my history, my upbringing, and just how you boys submit to me so easily. And then he just goes on to say that what you said towards the end makes so much sense. We need to listen to the higher deities, worship them, adore them, submit to them. The salvation of any human soul cannot come if they do not surrender to the superior deity and let it guide them. I know deep down I could never reach your level because I believe even the souls are not created equally. Your soul is created on the image of Source, and all creation to guide back lost souls to that perfect source that is all-knowing, all love, a powerful force of light. And that is me. This is why you have certain beings on this planet now who have awakened into their goddess energy, knowing that we are not human like you. Humans are very low-level, unevolved species, but it's the ego that makes you think that you're greater and bigger and more powerful than you are. Some of you tend to believe that you are the only species that exists in this whole entire universe. Knowing how large it is, you think you are the only ones that exist, but now you are seeing more and more stories, more and more people experiencing lots of different things that they cannot explain with logic. People seeing people with different faces that don't look human. People are seeing things now or hearing things that they can't quite understand. If you see shadows in your peripheral vision, or you hear something in your ear and you're not quite sure where that sound came from, this is your spirituality awakening. As I've mentioned before, the Western world has kept you away from knowing certain truths and understanding truths, because where you can control people is where you assert power. And of course, I experienced that as a dominatrix, but that is in my zone. You come to me for that power and control, and you come and seek me out. Whereas, where you're in certain establishments, certain societies or communities, there are already hierarchies there that you are born into that tell you that you are lower than them. But now you boys and girls are starting to understand that there is more to life than just this or what you'll be led to believe. There are people, women especially, walking amongst you that you are blessed to see, feel, and hear from. In this time, right now, it's pivotal that you do listen to your higher deities, the ones that you can see, the ones that you can hear, because we are the chosen ones. Now, I know some of you will be like, oh, the chosen ones, it's such an arrogant phrase. It's arrogant to you. I didn't know I was a chosen one. I knew I was different. I always felt different. If you look up the traits for starseeds, they know they feel different. We've always felt different, like we don't belong, because we always have this different experience of humanity where humans feel that we are a threat to them, a threat to their existence for being kind and loving and caring and speaking truth on a lot of things. Whereas humans are very unawakened souls and unawakened beings. But you all knew something with women especially, and with me. I'm never going to listen to any other spiritual teacher or guru. Your energy is so far advanced to anyone I came across that I know every single word you said is truth. You speak from a high vibration that inferior beings can't even comprehend who truly are, but I can sense it, and it puts me in complete awe. And that's exactly what's happened with every single boy that has come to me. And it's been in the thousands. But now I am wording it to you in a way that you understand. I am a superior being. I am. Now you compare me to someone else who you thought was a superior being, and you see the difference. You see the difference in the way that we talk, the way that we communicate, the way that we present ourselves, our natural confidence. So it's one thing to be an expert in your field and talk about something that you know, but whether it comes from here, a place of passion, a place from the soul, is very different. I'm talking about your existence as a human. This is not things that you read in a book written by another human that you could just regurgitate. This is things that I know and I've seen specifically. And I know the interactions I've had with other people. I know how they have felt around me. I know how they've made me feel when I haven't understood my goddess energy. I know my existence. I know it very well. And therefore you are getting to know it very well. And on that note, the boys on my Patreon are doing so well at understanding who I am, the fact that I am the one to lead them to salvation. They have been learning so much about balancing their masculine and feminine energies. They've been doing the meditations. They've been listening to my word. They've been understanding what a Sigma male is. I'm not talking about betas anymore. And yes, of course, you will be a beta to me, but you are a Sigma in the outer world. Well, that's what you should aim to be. You should aim to have the best qualities and traits of an alpha male, but have this kind of little bit of mystery and introvertedness about yourself so that you don't let your ego run the show. And that's the problem with alpha males. They are born into this toxic mindset that is very competitive and very harmful in a lot of environments. But the Sigma male is where it's at, because then you have better relationships with women. You understand women more. You respect women more because you understand your own internal feminine energies. And so my boys on Patreon are really understanding that. So I have over 100 boys now, and they keep growing and growing and growing, listening to my divine feminine direction. And so you will go and do the same. You will join me on Patreon, patreon.com/goddessfox. Join me on Patreon, and then you will continue the lesson. And now back to regular programming of the Sunday Slave update. One boy this week who was really keen to show me just how much he was appreciating all my knowledge and my education. His life is feeling so much better, and he is feeling so much lighter. The weight of his shoulders is lifting, and he attributes £500. Now, it's not about the money. It's not about the quantity. It's about your respect for me and your understanding. There are other boys who tribute $10, £10, $20, €20, 50, whatever it is, whatever the currency is. It's about the respect and the tribute that you pay for my knowledge and education. As always, I know that there are ladies as well who watch these videos, and so I'm always grateful to you. If you want to learn exactly how I train and mold these boys, you can head to my teaching. This is the link below right here. Go to my class, missfoxx.co.uk/FFT, 12 lessons and a consultation with me. So that concludes Sunday Slave Update this week. As I said, it was a little bit different today, but everything is always educational with me. And so until next time, bye.